All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm scared to come back on camera, but I want to. Okay, what's going on, y'all? Beyonce makes history as the first Black woman to reach #1 on Apple Music's country charts. Y'all, can you believe it? I can believe it. Beyonce's that girl. Beyonce can do anything. She's like Barbie. Anything that she decides she wants to do, you can just do. Not like it's not hard or anything, but I do feel like at this point, Beyonce can do anything. Okay? She could be a damn astronaut if she felt like it. Beyonce, the renowned artist, made a surprising announcement that her highly anticipated follow up album, Act Two, will be released in late March during the Super Bowl commercial break over the weekend. The album's introduction was marked by the release of two singles, 16 Carriages and Texas Hold'em. Okay? Ain't no Hold'em. Okay, listen, it is nice. There's a line dance that we're going to be working on, which showcase Beyonce's unexpected outset into country music. While the genre of these tracks remains a topic of debate, they have not deterred fans from streaming them in large numbers. Apple Music was classified the songs as country, propelling Beyonce to the top of its country charts. This achievement makes her the first Black woman to accomplish such a feat. Some fans even reached out to K. Michelle, a rapper and singer who recently transitioned to country music, for her reaction to Beyonce's shift. Michelle clarified that there were no hard feelings and expressed her support. Why would there be hard feelings? Why would there be hard feelings? Has K Michelle not been able to release songs and albums in the country sector? I feel like she has. I don't know if it's been as successful, but she's also not Beyonce. So that doesn't even make sense to make the comparison. I wish y'all would have left K Michelle alone on this one. I'm happy for Beyonce that she's at a point in her career where she can just do whatever the hell she wants to do. And I do feel like this may be authentic to her as a person, but her vocals are not giving country. Yes, the way she sings the songs, because country is broken up into several different, verifications. It's the type of music, it's the instruments that are used, it's the melodies that are used, it's the type of songs that are sung, meaning like the lyrical content. And it's also the way country accents are over enunciated in country music, which Beyonce is not doing. So because she isn't doing that, a lot of people feel like, is it country? You know? Or is it Beyonce singing R&B on a country song? We don't know. But we know we're here for Beyonce. And if Beyonce is everybody's country, y'all are going to be country. Now, when Beyonce decides to go pink rock, then we really going to be able to see each other. But until then, I'm going to enjoy the things she puts out. Y'all are going to make me like it because y'all are going to put it behind every Instagram post, every TikTok post for the next month, I'm sure. So I'll have to like the songs simply because y'all won't ever stop playing it on the internet streets. Okay. But I'm happy for her. And I think this is great for her career, as an expansive lifetime career person in the music industry. The ability to continue to change yourself is a gift that is not afforded to a lot. Okay. The first person I think about that did that so well was Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin was able to transition to doing different genres of music and doing different things for her entire career. You know what I'm saying? And still be successful. So yeah, I love this for her. Let me read some of y'all comments. I live in Texas. Let me pull out these cowboy boots and hat. Folks just being messy. I can tell people never heard of other Black country artists. They have not. I think it's going to make way for more. It's going to make way for more women of color in country. Beyonce is giving me Ray Charles when he switched up. Yes. Somebody said make sure the Texas Hold'em line dance don't have all that algebra in it, like the Tamia dance. I screamed. I saw that. I was dying laughing because when we were out at the parade yesterday, they started doing it. My friend picked it up so easily, and I was just like, "Girl, I tried," and then I kind of picked it up, and then I forgot, and I was like, "Never mind." Never mind, don't worry about it. Call me when y'all do the other one that I know. Just like white folks doing rap and hip hop, and was still accepted. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, why should your racism stop anyone black from being a part of country? Because, black people trying to keep y'all from the cookout never works. And I won't say that we're racist because we can't keep y'all out of rap. Anyway, the only country part is the music. That's what I think. Texas Hold'em will have to grow on me. Child, I do love ain't going down, 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 down. You know what I mean? Ain't no it's a cute little melody, child. Um, there are different types of country music songs I have heard that was categorized under country. I'm sure they were. I like 16 Carriages. I think it's a beautiful song. I'm happy for her. People want to keep her in the R&B box, and they need to stop. She's an artist. Let her be an artist. And I feel that way about all artists. I don't think that anybody should have to just stay in one genre and do one type of music. And I think it's weird when people expect them to, talking about staying in your lane. Motherfucker, my lane is wherever I choose to be. That's where my lane is. Wherever I choose to be. You either gonna like it or you not. It's either for you or it's not. But it's gonna be for somebody, even if it's just for me. It was one article where some radio stations were giving her the Nas X treatment with Old Town Road, not wanting to play the record. I saw that and they denied it, but it did seem at first as if they were refusing to play it because Beyonce is not a country artist. There's quite a few black country girlies out there with bops. I hope they get some shine with the B effect. Me too. I'm seeing the other black country artists getting spotlighted. I'm a Tennessee girl, so I love it. Right now, listen, I like any music that I can feel, okay? And there's a lot of country music that your girl can feel. So I definitely get into it. I need to hear something that I'm really feeling, and I have not just yet. I haven't. But give me a second because we're about to get into Azalea Banks's opinion of Beyonce going country. And I'm reading it because I think she made some good points. I think people like to act like Azalea doesn't know what she's talking about. And a lot of times she's a hater, but she knows what she's talking about. Okay. All right. Bianca girl. I love you down. Why did they do that? Bianca girl, I love you down, but them R&B runs over the Leslie Feist backbeats is giving pick Misha. Nothing country about it. You're setting yourself up to be ridiculed again. There's the theatrical element to country music. Them critics are not just going to accept an ugly blonde wig and bullying from Jay-Z. It's giving big time musical grift. Yes, black girls can make country music, but you're just really not hitting the button. K Michelle, this is your turn to really execute. It's no shade, but K Michelle truly understands the assignment. Beyonce, please stop the madness, the gay baiting, the overtly narcissistic attempts to legally encroach into a genre you think your popularity is going to gain accolades for you in. You're looking like food, sis. You gag when K Michelle tears it. I don't know why she keeps adding K Michelle. And you know why? Because she likes for the girls to be fighting. She does. But I'm not going to lie. I do agree with her when she said that country music has a theatrical element. And that her ugly blonde wig, which is really not ugly, she cooked it this time. She not like when she, showed up at the premiere for the movie in that uncooked blonde wig that I didn't like. Oh no, this blonde wig is cooked, okay, and it looks like the roots have been browned. All right. So if you're gonna do the blonde look, girl, you can't just come out here like you just a white lady with flat hair. But I do agree. What she said, like you're gonna have to come with it. You're not gonna be able to just sing in your deeper register. I love the message in 16 Carriages as well. That's why I thought it was a beautiful song, very emotional. But yeah, I'm with Azalea. On that. And with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and switch gears. I have been hearing so much about this lately, and I just want to have a conversation with everyone because I'm starting to find it obnoxious. I hate to say it like that, but I'm starting to find it really obnoxious that a lot of African American people want to act as if they are not of African descent. We were already here. Yes. And if you were already there, you just migrated from Africa earlier. That's really all that means. This need to separate oneself from its African origins, I do not understand. I am from Louisiana. I'm a New Orleans girl, which means I am pretty much mixed up, I'm sure. But I still went ahead and did my African ancestry and found out, oh, yes, I come from a tribe in Africa as well as the other places. But it's so many Black people that I feel like probably have never done a fucking ancestry test that are getting online talking about how they were already here and they're not African. And I just feel like, what is this rejection of Africanness? Why? What do you think it is going to accomplish for you, this separation? When essentially you're not even separated from your fucking oppressor with your European DNA as well. But what is the need? I really want to know. Like, as an African American, you probably have at least 2 to 3 variations of caucasity inside of your DNA, showing us who you probably were owned by at some point. So, why the need to separate yourself from Africans? Meanwhile, leaving all of your colonizers to be seen and upheld through your last name and where you live. But because those are obviously deciding factors. Wherever you live, wherever your family's from, is a dictator of who you may have been colonized by. Okay, this is the Americas. We speak English because we were colonized by the British. I am from Louisiana. This specific area, before it was brought into the States, was colonized by the Spaniards and the French. So at some point, the people here were owned by the Spanish and owned by the French. So I can pretty much assess in my DNA, there will be some European French, some European Spanish, and whatever else the fuck is there. I need to do the regular ancestry. But I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this video so y'all can understand my aggravation. But it just feels like racism. It feels like anti-Blackness masquerading as something else. I don't know.
A lot of Africans coming for me, but their nationality, but their flags in their bio, getting mad at me because I want to be called an American. Black American over African American, because I'm not African. I don't know nothing about African culture, and I'm from the South. We do mac and cheese, chicken, and crab boils. Okay, I don't see them. Do they do crab boils in Africa? No. That, just because they have crab boils in some parts in Africa does not mean that it's not a Southern American dish. Do we hyphenate African? But any of you guys,
girl, you think boiled crabs is a Southern dish? You don't have enough education to speak on this. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like her blazer is misleading. I think she thinks because she has on a blazer, her cute laptop, some water, and a microphone, that she's coming off intelligent. But you can't possibly think you're coming off intelligent saying that crab boils are a Southern thing. Girl, not even have you ever heard of New England? Have you ever heard of the Maine lobster? Why do you think they are called snow crabs? Girl.
Guys, nationality, can I go to Jamaica and see you guys calling yourself African Jamaicans? For a long time, we have been aiding in our own genocide, okay, by calling everybody Black. Everybody's not Black. Everybody's not one of us. And I get Black is a race, but at some point, we need to make a distinction.
There is a distinction, ma'am. There are many distinctions. And outside of that, Southern Black, I don't like all you motherfuckers just because we come from the same place. The whole idea of having to make this so-called distinction that has already been made by the fact that we are African Americans. Y'all just, I feel like y'all just really want to remove the African part, but you understand the history of this country, right? And if you are from the South, girl, do you know the history of the South? Do you know how improbable it would be for you not to have African DNA? Do you know you are not that many generations removed from slavery? We know African Americans are American, sweetheart. Everybody knows this. And whether we are called Americans or African Americans, when they see us, they will still respond the way they respond. African people included. I'm very proud to be African American, to be clear. I'm happy and proud to be African American. But to get in a space of feeling like, oh, I just want to be called American. In 2024, that feels like separation from the history of who you are and why you're here. Because it'd be different if you just naturally grew up here, if your family migrated here. That'd be different. That's not the history of our country. The history of this specific country is that the people were stolen from somewhere else and have grown family here. But we did not choose to be here. And not only did we not choose to be here, but we were brought here through the most traumatic historical experience that damn near anybody has ever experienced. My nigga, you cannot separate yourself from that no matter how hard you try. You can't separate yourself from the DNA, the fabric of which we are built, made, and sold in this country. White people get treated like slaves and don't even realize they get treated like slaves. Like, y'all, girl, the South, you specifically came from a slave. A enslaved person. Let me correct myself. And most, if not all, of the enslaved people had African DNA. So it would be impossible for your family to have grown in the South without any African blood. It would have been impossible. I think it's weird that y'all continue to want to separate yourselves.
What's the issue with Black Americans having their own culture? We have our own culture here in America. We're different from the rest.
You can't be African American and have your own culture. Okay.
Of you and the rest of the world. Can I go to Africa or Jamaica? And
also, white American culture is not the same thing as African American culture, which is why there's a differentiation here. The differentiation is being made.
Claim to be Jamaican? No, I cannot. But anybody, any person that looks like me can come to America and claim.
No, a person can be Jamaican American. A person can be from Jamaica and then come to America and gain citizenship and be a Jamaican American. They can.
To be one of us and take our accolades and accomplishments away just because they look like us. Like, take the president, take Obama and Kamala, for example. Kamala is of Indian and Jamaican descent, but she's called the first African-American vice president. You're right. She has no Black American lineage in this country, and neither does Barack Obama.
How do you know that? How do you know that? Have they traced their lineage back so far that you know that for a fact? Get down. Another thing is when people live here, they therefore become American. And if they have Black blood, they are considered African American here. That's not our fault. That's the way the white people made it. That's not our fault, honey. Okay? But the fact that you know Kamala's ethnicity breakdown proves the fact that she is different. But it doesn't matter because essentially becoming the vice president, like, do you think it matters that she's considered the first African American? You think that matters? Y'all, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to be the first African American anything. Like, I don't know why everybody thinks that matters. Not, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. Like,
Y'all low key
you
still buying into like slavery and stuff by not calling yourself an American. Okay, you're not an African American.
you're buying into slavery by not calling yourself an American. Is she missing the American part on the African American? And how are we not ignoring the slavery part if we're excluding the African part? Does she not understand that's the connection? I don't know.
Okay, like we've been here at this
Maybe I'm
point,
dumb.
we've been here for like hundreds and hundreds of years. What is African? I don't know nothing about Africa. I can't name not one African dish. I don't know none of those languages they speak down there in Africa. How am I African American? Elon Musk is a white man, but he's from South Africa. So how am I African American if Elon Musk is African American? I have nothing against Africans, nothing against immigrants. I'm obviously of African descent. But the point is the classification they give us in America as African Americans when we've never been to Africa.
Okay. I understand, but she's really thinking too small about it. She's thinking way too small about it. But I would just like to ask, if we're called Americans, you know they're just going to call us Black Americans, right? The history doesn't change. Who we are isn't going to change. How we're treated isn't going to change simply by taking African American and just being called American. We are called Americans in other countries. When African American, this is how you know she's never been anywhere. When an African American goes somewhere, and she says she didn't know any other places, like that's a good thing or something like that. But either way, when you go to another country, even though you are Black, when they hear you talk, they know that you are African American. They know you're American. As soon as they hear you talk, they don't call you an African American, they call you an American. Only in America didn't have to differentiate between American, white American, and African American. We differentiate between the two here in this country. Outside of this country, we are seen as just American. Like that's why this conversation doesn't matter, and it gives you're just trying to separate yourself from Africa. Even the ignorance being stated. I've never been there. I don't know what that girl. Why are you so proud to not know about the biggest continents on the earth? You should have learned some of these things in social studies, ma'am. Some of these things you should know simply for being educated in this piss poor ass country that masquerades as a first world. Because to me, I don't know how you first world where there are so many people that are so uneducated and get their asses online with microphones talking like this, thinking that they saying something smart. And as a parent, by the way we look, unlike other people, you can't remove us from where we're from, put us somewhere else and try to act, especially here. I think it's different in other places. You know what I'm saying? Where Africans or Black people move around the world for different reasons. But specifically being African American, we're people that have a specific history. That's why that's what we're called. But essentially, you're not going to get treated any better. They're not going to give you any accolades that they, you know, that they weren't already going to withhold. Like, you're not going to be treated better because you're American or you're African American. I don't know why you think separating yourself from African is going to make you be treated better. It's not. The Africans that come over here actually get treated better than regular African American people, because the Africans that can afford to come over here are usually in a higher tax bracket in Africa. Therefore, they come to America and can be in a bigger and a larger tax bracket and a higher education level than the average African American. Trust me, there are differentiations. You're still not going to get treated any differently, ma'am. Yes, it's the cradle of civilization. What's also sad is white folks don't even deny their heritage like this. They don't. There are more ignorant people just like her out there saying the same thing. I know. I often get into these arguments because they want to act like they've said something smart. We were already here. You're probably mixed of some indigenous people, but why do you think you look the way you do if you don't have more genetic makeup assigned with someone from Africa. Like, I think a lot of people don't know how many Native Americans they killed. I don't think they understand the numbers if they think, because you know what this sounds like? The same shit that people used to say in the fucking 90s. Oh, I got Indian in my family. That's what y'all sound like. That's what y'all sound like when y'all say that y'all are not African. I got Indian in my family. Okay, girl. Anything to separate yourself from blackness, as if white people aren't going to look at your skin and still treat you the same. Okay. Oh, Lord. This shows that some black parents have to do better. Teach your children about their history. For real. It's not the school's job to teach your kids about their history. We have all access to information. Niggas just refuse to use it. I understand walking around with a computer in their pocket and a simple Google search would have helped her. My God. She was one of them girls that didn't know how to blend her weed properly. Y'all know what type. We do, girl. We do. But let's go ahead and move on to more problematic people. Hold up. Let me make the transition, girl. Wait a minute. Where is it at? Here we go. So Tyrese is another person who has internalized his anti-blackness. Just recently, he talked about how he wanted to be Latina because they stick together better than black people, you know, completely ignoring all of the environmental and historical factors into why black people have such a tumultuous relationship with one another. Like, we've been gaslit for centuries, but you know, you're going to ignore that part. Okay. Then you're also going to ignore the part that, girl, I'm not even going to go back because I want to know which Latina people he's specifically talking about. Because some of them come from Afro-Latinas, meaning they come from the same people you come from. Okay, Tyrese, if you want to go disappear into the Dominican Republic and learn Spanish and turn into, you know, I know black eyed Dominican, please do that. We won't care. We'll feel grateful. Either way, now he's on the internet looking sad.
Now that we got that out the way, my lawyers, my managers, everybody's pissed. I just released my double album today, but it's only available for 10 hours. 50 Cent, Cat Williams, Kanye, forgive me. I used you for clickbait. Watch the trailer.
So, clickbaited us to watch a trailer.
Normally connected to pain.
Hold up. My Super Bowl plans are fucked. Power outage in my neighborhood, so I'm going at them. And me and Zelly just broke up over some dumb shit. Remember this. She demanded that I cancel my album because there's too many songs about my ex on there. Fuck does that even mean? You got mad about her having a crush on Paul Walker instead of you when she was a kid watching Fast and Furious movies. You got mad about that. You don't think that she's entitled to be bothered by how much you talk about Samantha's ass on a daily basis crying on the internet? So this apparently was like, you know, I guess
Breaks you down.
Oh my God. I made an album that makes me look like someone that's emotionally introspective. But if that was the case, then I wouldn't have so much, you know, mess all over the internet about my life, including in the caption of this video I'm posting. Y'all get Tyrese the fuck away from me with this. Please go be Dominican somewhere. Did y'all listen to the album? Did y'all go and download it because it was only available for 24 hours? Child, I wish the fuck I would. I wish the fuck I would. Tyrese. Why he like this? Who want to be with a man constantly crying about his ex? Neek at night, girl? I don't know. Tyrese ain't been right since Melvin licked the top of his head. Oh my God. Ask the Latino community you want to be a part of so bad for help. For real. Go sell your fucking R&B album to the essays. Tyrese, at this point, you're the problem. I've been saying that, but everybody want to act like, you know, it's the women that want to be with him for money. I want black people to invest in therapy like G shit. They are amazing. Poor Tyrese. He needs someone that actually loves and cares about him, but then maybe he is the problem. I don't know. Ma'am, this is the y'all are the problem. All of y'all bitches that think that y'all can make a man that has several toxic public relationships a better man with just a little bit of cooking and coochie and feet rubbing. I need for y'all to wake up. Don't really listen to Monique, y'all. Don't really listen to her. Not about relationships. You shouldn't be listening to no woman, not for real. Take anything they say with a grain of salt if they refer to their nigga as they daddy. Because somebody fucked up along the way. And trust me, we're going to be getting to Monique, just not yet. But I do want Tyrese to leave all of us alone. I do. I really do. I just want to enjoy the music he made in the 90s and the 2000s. And, just look at him like a historical figure and act as if nothing I've seen recently, actually matters. Speaking of problematic people, hold up, because listen, I'm not, y'all know, I don't want to be no hater ass bitch, right? And I don't like taking people's positive moments and pointing out the negative things about it. But let's listen to Jess Hilarious announce that she's pregnant on The Breakfast Club.
Baby, it's your man. I wanted to call and say happy birthday.
Thank you.
I know it's a special day for you. I can't wait to see you. I'm so proud of you. I love that you're standing divine all the time.
Oh, this Chris.
You're such an amazing woman. I can't wait to see you later. And then I'm so excited for our little bundle of joy as well, baby.
Little bundle of what?
What? Little bundle of joy.
You pregnant? We don't gotta act clueless now. Yay! Jess Hilarious is pregnant.
Yes, she's pregnant.
Hey, Chris, congratulations, my brother.
I definitely appreciate it.
Congratulations, my brother. Jess Hilarious is pregnant.
That's right.
Yes.
Preggo.
Yes, I am.
How many months?
Pregnant.
Can we ask?
Yes, I am 3 months. So I'm 13 weeks, y'all.
13 weeks.
Can we talk about how I feel like she wasn't ready to announce that pregnancy and that nigga called on a radio station acting like it was about showing her love and appreciation and announced the pregnancy? I could be wrong. That might have been a setup, y'all. But the look on her face and the way she didn't really say anything and the way Charlamagne started clapping all loud and the way she's only 3 months pregnant, I really have to wonder if she wanted that to be announced right now. Because I really feel like she didn't want that to be announced. And I'm going to tell y'all, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I did not like the fact that he came, like just popped up on a radio show. Like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, did she even announce this nigga on her Instagram? Because I follow her and I don't think I've seen her, but y'all know how they like to hide people's, posts and shit. So I just kind of feel like, do we know you? Like, people may know you in her personal life, but do we publicly know you enough for you to be announcing her pregnancy at her job on the radio? Something about that rubbed me the fuck wrong. And I just feel like that wasn't his place to do that like that. I don't know. It almost like, girl, how long have you been with him? Did he get you pregnant on purpose because he saw you as a lick? Like, we have so many questions because we don't like the tone of his voice.
Wow.
Thank you, baby.
Congrats.
I love you.
I love you too, baby.
Chris, you know what would be an amazing Valentine's Day gift?
What?
Let me know.
An engagement ring.
What's wrong with you?
Shut up. An engagement ring would be an amazing Valentine's gift, Chris.
You don't know what that man's doing.
Yeah, don't worry. Baby, it's your man. I wanted to call and say happy birthday.
Even him announcing it's your man, like maybe that's a up north thing. Maybe that's an up north thing. It's your man. Like, I don't know, y'all. I might just be, look, I'm okay with y'all saying I'm being too critical. I'm being negative. I'm cool with that. I just didn't like, I don't feel like she really wanted that to happen in that moment. And it kind of felt like a dick move to do that. She always talks about him and posts him. Okay, cool. Not the old Chris who she was, not the old Chris who she was with back in the day, not him. Listen, now they giving him advice on getting engaged. Stop. You tripping, B. Okay. Listen, if you think I'm tripping, then I'm tripping. I don't think I'm tripping because I don't think I trip. But I do think that I say things that sometimes people don't like to hear. Okay, no, he a new Chris. Okay. She was not ready and he was not cool for doing it like that. That's what I'm seeing. It was nervous laugh. And then it was let me make him feel good about it, even though I'm not happy about it. Like it was all cute, y'all. I was all like, oh, all right, this is cute. And then as soon as he like seemed to announce her pregnancy, and then they asked how many months she was, and she said 3. Y'all, people normally don't like to announce pregnancies at 3 months. Like that's usually when they start getting ready to announce it. But I don't know if I felt like that's what she wanted to do, because a lot of people like to wait until they showing to announce their pregnancies, especially if you don't know what's going on in just like life, if she's had miscarriages and things of that nature. I don't know, but this just didn't seem like the way she would want to announce her pregnancy. It didn't seem like she was ready, and I just kind of felt like I don't know why why I'm so annoyed by this man's voice and him doing that, but it wasn't cool considering how they announced her role there. They could have planned it this way too, reaction and all. They could have. You're right. I wish she would have cussed him out. It was like he was staking his claim, especially because she's at this point in her career. I felt the same. I don't think she wanted it to be out either. It felt like he trapped her with a baby. Listen, but I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong. She got a little bump. It's on her egg. She posted a video in a little pink dress. Okay, she got a little bump. I have not seen it. Hold up. Let me go look and pull it up. Because, I'm happy for Jess, because, Jess is in a good space in her life right now, girl. Okay. Jess is in a great space in her life. And for all the blessings to come at once, girl, that's a blessing. Please don't get me wrong. But I also, felt like, I don't know if she really wanted to announce her pregnancy like that. I don't know. Okay, hold up. Let me see. Okay, no. This is the post about her sister. Let me see. She had her stomach out 1 week ago and she didn't look pregnant then. Wait a minute. That was a week ago. I don't know what you're talking about. No little bump. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see, the black dress. That shit don't look like no bump. Like, I get what you're saying, but that shit don't look like no bump. like this is from a week ago, y'all. Like, hold up. Like, look, like I don't this is from a week ago. Was that supposed to be it right there? Like, I don't know, maybe she look it now, but like this right here from 1 week ago with her stomach out, that didn't look pregnant. That didn't look pregnant to me, y'all. I don't know. Yeah, you could post. You could post. Okay, yes. I'm not saying she's not pregnant, y'all. So obviously she was like showing, but she wasn't really showing. Ain't nobody really showing like that at no damn 3 months for her to listen. Everybody, you could talk about a video she posted today. They announced it today. That makes sense. She was sucking her stomach. Well, if she was sucking her stomach in, then she didn't want the pregnancy to be seen yet. Yeah, when you're that early, one day you're showing, one day you're not. I'll take that, y'all. My point is that she wasn't even really showing, and usually women wait until they're showing to announce the pregnancy. That's the reason why I went to her Instagram, because I'm like, I don't remember seeing her looking pregnant and y'all was like, oh no, she posted a picture, she got a little bump. I went look and I ain't see no little bump because in most of this shit, she's sucking it in. Y'all had to really go look for that. But congratulations to Jess. If Jess really wanted to announce her pregnancy like that, great for her. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. That's amazing, y'all.